Welcome home, brave heroes. I am Ash, and these are the submissions to the 2024 Quest Jam. Be advised there will be spoilers ahead. And now, onward. The Maw of Darkness by Mule. I'm sorry, I'm probably going to butcher that name no matter how I try to pronounce it. There is a manifestation in the catacombs below the monastery of Reposo. Darkness is gathering, and it is rumored the walls themselves have started to breathe. You have been invited by the monks to enter these hallowed halls and investigate the source of this rift. Some of the passages have been blocked using makeshift items, but they are now sealed into the tombs of the dead and cannot be moved or passed. Before departing, you are blessed by the abbot with one passing potion each. When drunk, it will allow you to pass through stone for one turn only. Use it wisely or risk an eternal residency with the dead. Alright, this quest is intended for 4 well-traveled heroes who have completed the game system plus 1 expansion, any expansion. And if you look at the map itself in the quest note, you'll see that there are a lot of numbers, a lot of warping around. Don't worry about any of this until the heroes find the Maw of Darkness. There will be plenty to explore, and the heroes will be able to check all these rooms out and perhaps get a lot of treasure. The only wandering monster is a skeleton, so it should be a pretty rewarding expedition. However, once the Maw of Darkness has been revealed, that's where things take a turn for the worse. You see, up until this point, the doors work normally. A hero can pass through a door just fine. Look at this. Barbarian rolls a 3. He can go here, he can go here, he can go here. No consequences whatsoever, except the elf might look at him funny for doing the conga. But as soon as the Maw of Darkness is found, all of that goes out the window, out the door, whatever. The quest notes are pretty strict about letting the heroes work this out for themselves, but you've already been warned that there's going to be spoilers for the quests. So, once a hero now tries to go through a door, they will appear on the other side of the board, in roughly an equivalent position. So instead of the southwest room of the northwest quadrant, they'll appear in the southwest room of the northeast quadrant. Now what's that? Your barbarian thinks he can get to his dwarf buddy? Actually, he can. By pure coincidence, that particular door leads to that spot. But a lot of the times, these doors don't have any way back, so once the hero lands on the square, they may be trapped on a one-way path to get to where they need to go so that they can finally reorient themselves. This is a really cool mechanic, and it allows the heroes to explore all kinds of new paths on the board. And I think it's also a great opportunity to let the heroes work out that sometimes they gotta look at the board and try to figure out where they might land before they actually make their move. There are a couple of secret doors on this map as well that I didn't place down, but rest assured, your party is going to remember this quest. And so thank you, Mule, for this awesome quest. The Temple of the 4 Elements by Lord Chaos X. Hero, recently a structure has appeared from out of nowhere on the border of the Empire. Lore tome shows that this is the Temple of the 4 Elements, and its presence is disrupting the lands around it, the corruption spreading by the day. You alone must venture forth with a small band of hirelings to clear this blight. Within the temple, you must seek out the 4 crystals, one of air, water, fire, and earth, and return them to the central chamber, so that its guardian can be dispatched, and the temple to fade back to the ether. This quest is intended for 1 hero, who is allowed to hire a group of henchmen of a total cost of 300 gold coins at no cost. This is the final quest of the HeroQuest Quest Jam, and the last video that I will be making on the Quest Jam as a series for this year. And I'm not disappointed in the slightest in this quest. It is a lot of fun. You'll discover pretty quickly that this Chaos Sorcerer is just a statue. But when you search for secret doors, you'll find the doors to the secret wings of the Temple of the 4 Elements. Each wing is formulaic in that it houses exactly 7 monsters, 1 piece of furniture, and 3 doors. But what makes it truly fun is that each wing has its own mummy boss. And this mid-boss, really, of a mummy has its own special ability from carrying one of the 4 crystals of the elements. Each of the 4 crystals, air, water, fire, and earth, has its own unique power, and this power is translated to the mummy that holds it. For example, the mummy in the southeastern quadrant holds the earth crystal, increasing its defend dice by 1. And when slain, the hero will find the crystal on a search for treasure. The crystal will grant any hero or henchman who begins their turn in the same room as the one who possesses the Earth crystal an additional defend die. This means that as you gather the crystals, your band of heroes becomes ever stronger. This is a great, and I mean great, quest to play with a single player. Giving them these 4 mercenaries when you only have one other player and allowing them to quest through the dungeon and find the different artifacts in the form of crystals that give additional abilities. Now, some of the monsters are buffed so long as the mummies in their respective quadrants are alive, but, well, that just makes the quest a little more challenging and a little bit more strategic. A little more fair, too, in my opinion. Once your band of heroes have brought the crystals back to the center room and placed them into the statue, the Chaos Sorcerer comes to life with the same stats as a Chaos Warrior, but with an additional body point, an additional defend die, an additional attack die, and an additional 2 movement squares for your heroes. You should be able to come out of this battle alive, and finally exit through the end door in the quest. I want to thank Lord Chaos X for this awesome quest. It was a ton of fun to video, learn about, and play through, and one that I think has a lot of replay value. Brave Heroes, thank you so much for watching the video series on the Quest Jam this year. I hope you'll look forward to more exciting events, as I have a lot of ideas for other kinds of jams on the horizon. Until then, please keep creating quests, thinking of new ideas, and sharing them, whether you're using HeroScribe, HQuest Builder, or Quest Booklet, or some new quest creation tool, or some combination of those. As always, I'll see you in the next one. Until then, have a fantastic rest of your day. And now, onward. To play these quests and the other epic quests submitted to the 2024 Quest Jam, please visit the link in the description below. Now onward, brave heroes.